I know I'm a little late with this one, but if you need that hustle and motivate type music that is still on the lyrical side, then look no further than this ground level release. What is good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Mob. If you are rocking with this content, go ahead and smash that like button for your boy. Also subscribe if you haven't. But today, I'm gonna hit y'all with my thoughts on this project from Jae Skeese entitled Ground Level. Buffalo rapper and drumwork music label mate Jae Skeese has had a pretty active 2024 so far. Just about a month ago, he had dropped the Ground Level Separation mixtape hosted by Peter Rosenberg that I reviewed on his channel. It was the appetizer before the full course Ground Level meal. And prior to that release, he had a drop Testament of the Times produced by Superior, also worth checking out. So this new album, Ground Level, it contains 12 tracks lasting approximately 43 minutes. But with that being said, let me just go ahead and jump right into that track by track breakdown. Opener, Brick After Brick, Ground Level is a triumphant anthem set to these trap-like horns. It is a true banger that sonically feels a little ATL inspired, but he is rapping with the hunger and urgency of an upstart. Really, a lot of the themes throughout the album are expressed in this track, and I think it was a fantastic way for him to set the tone. Track 2, Peter Parker, it is one of the highlights, and it has a rugged static selector beat that feels like it could have been made either in the 90s or the 2000s. It's just that simple but effective, timeless New York style production that you can't go wrong with. And Skeese was spitting in that rapid fire flow, reminding folks that you got to hit the max potential for the higher leverage. And some people born with the answers, but got to find the questions. So altogether, Peter Parker was a standout from the project. Next was the early single Situated with Big Crit and Sauce Walker, and this is a trill, Dirty South banger, produced by Mitch Arizona, who was in his bag for the instrumental. Now, I had already talked about how much I enjoyed this song on the mixtape review, but I am fully confident that this will continue to be one of my favorite songs for the remainder of 2024. I can almost assure you that it'll be on my end of the year best songs list. But I gotta point out again how great Big Crit sounds on this track. Also props to Mitch Arizona for supplying that trill style production. Following this is Lost Puppets, where Jae Skeese is going in over a quirky jazz rap beat that's very unique. We also have a hook that's catchy, and Jae Skeese is using a different flow throughout. In terms of the energy, the hook, and the jazz rap production, this song felt very 90s inspired. But on this record, he is exposing the Lost Puppets, or the Lost Rappers, the haters, the Switch Siders, and the Yes Men. He points out, for my latest single, they ain't give a washing it up. That's why I often spin them like they was washing in suds. Then there is Sarah Lee, a wavy track that does channel some 2000s R&B type energy. We have Lloyd on the hook and a feature verses from both Dave East and Jay Worthy. Now, I did enjoy this sparkling beat, and I thought the Lloyd hook evoked some nostalgia. Jae Skeese came through with the dope verse. I didn't necessarily love Dave East's voice here. I thought that was a bit off, but Jay Worthy, he always sounds like Jay Worthy, so no real complaints. But yeah, this track does show Jae Skeese's ability to cook up something smooth for the ladies that didn't sound forced. After this is Eakin' 4, the fourth installment of the Eakin' or Nike Spelled Backwards series, where Jae Skeese continues to get in his sneakerhead bag, expressing his love for Nikes on his feet, but this time over a grungy instrumental from Ski Beats. Now, I have enjoyed the Eakin' series thus far, but this might have been the best of the four. Afterwards is the deeply personal Ohana Means Family, which is set to an up-tempo contemporary beat with the hi-hats and a hazy guitar. And on this record, Skeese is opening up about being a parent, expressing his gratitude, and sharing that you ain't just my backbone, you where I get my muscle from. So I did enjoy the sentiment on Ohana Meets Family, and the production was pretty solid. Right after is Glory, produced by YG, and this track blended elements of trap and boom bap. And for this one, he is talking about overcoming and doing it for the power and the glory. He does respond to critics of his past albums with some was 1 star and 5 stars, but if you really listen, that shit was my life, dog. So no matter if you effed with it or didn't, I told my story to the world. You stayed in your position. Track 9 is With Coupons with Novell, and it has a solemn soundscape. I feel the rainy day backdrop really complements Skeese's introspection about making it out the mud. And the chorus from Novel was pretty strong. On past occasions, Novel hooks can be a little bit too melodramatic for me, but here it worked. And I honestly could have envisioned Conway sounding really good on this track. Then there was E4W with Billy Esco, a track that after repeated listens still ends up being my least favorite. It's not bad, but the elusive beat from Mitch, Arizona doesn't grab you right away, but there's still an elegant appeal to it if you give it a chance. Still not a track that I enjoyed as much as some of the others though. The second to last song is O2 Yale Cup Champs with Smoke DZA and Shay Noor. Now this has a somber, jazzy beat from Superior, and there was something about this record that had a blog era feel to it, almost like I could have envisioned a Currency and a Big Crit feature. Y'all know the vibes I'm talking about. On this track, Skeese and his guests use sports as the theme to motivate, like on the hook where Skeese said, life is like the shot clock, the ball is in your hands every 24. You can pass it up or you can find your drive, keep your head up, elevate and score. And I feel everyone came correct with those uplifting bars for those without a voice or for those who feel they don't have many options. Then this project comes to a close with Fruits of Labor featuring Project Pat, produced by Ill Tone Beats, and we get some glorious soul chops and hi-hats that gives it that Buffalo to Memphis vibe. It closes out this album with the same fervor and intensity as on the opener. And it was cool to see Jae Skeese link with one of the Memphis GOATs, Project Pat. Although I will say, Project Pat's actual verse didn't seem to relate to the theme as much as Jae Skeese. It kind of came across as a more random feature. So overall, I'm going to give this project a rating of 4 mics. It's a strong album that does show Jae Skeese's continued growth and range as an artist. He understands balance, which I feel is very important because not all artists do. And I'm not only talking about balance in terms of his beat selection, but I'm also talking about the balance in the topics and themes that he raps about. I still have Abolished Uncertainties as my favorite album from Jae Skeese, but I felt the production on this project was very solid from front to back. There was that homegrown quality to some of the instrumentals. You did have the mix of trap bangers, the straight spitting boom bap cuts, the reflective personal songs, and those hustle and motivate type anthems. And in 12 tracks, I feel he succeeded in getting to the heart or the essence of that ground level theme without overstaying his welcome. Yeah, at the end of the day, this was a well thought out release that does show his dedication to the grind. And in that, I feel this is a soundtrack to the grind. My favorite tracks include Brick After Brick, Peter Parker, Situated, Lost Puppets, Eek and 4 with Coupons, O2 Yale Cup Champs, and Fruits of the Labor. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section on this project. It's your boy Mixtape Muff. I'm signing out, but as always, is peace and blessings. Jae Skeese, Ground Level 1.